Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, distinguished judges. Good afternoon to the organizers. I think I must congratulate them that they've taken this platform. It's a unique idea. Not many such events happen. For me, I love speaking. It doesn't matter whether I'm speaking in a competition, whether I'm speaking in front of the dealers, whether I'm addressing my subordinates, my team. I love speaking. So it's just a pleasure to be here and standing in the stage in front of all of you, listening to all such brilliant speakers in front, ahead of me. So, what Mr. Awasthi and Mr. Pandey in the last Saturday, they requested me that if I could cite some personal examples, if I could cite some examples which I have learned in my life and share it amongst everybody, that probably could be a little more useful for everybody here. So everybody here probably are chasing success in their different modes of life, in their chosen field, in their chosen profession. And we have all been programmed from our childhood to chase success. There are many senior people here who have children, right? And when you go for the sports competitions, this annual sports day, what do you see? You see the parents saying you have to win. And this guy runs, he wins. Somebody comes second, somebody comes third, and some dejected faces don't win. So we rebuke them as parents, and the winners are all exuberant, they're all happy that they've won the race. So from the beginning, we have been programmed as children to embrace success and hate failures. And that, ladies and gentlemen, what affects your future life. In future life, actually you should do the reverse. You should love failures. You should embrace failures. Whenever failures happen, embrace it. And be steadfast towards your goals. And your success will come to you. You know what? We want to see, we are very insecure people, most of us. Excepting the great stalwarts, we're mostly insecure people. We want to draw self-esteem by seeing others. We flaunt our Gucci bags and our Pierre Cardins to earn self-esteem. We are telling the other person, look, I arrived in life. But people like the great Jack Ma or the great Steve Jobs, they don't need anybody else to tell them that they're great. Or Mahatma Gandhi doesn't need anybody else to tell them that they're great. Great people have self-esteem, and it's within. And that self-esteem doesn't get destroyed by anything that others say. So, it's very important to preserve the self-esteem and be steadfast towards your goal. Be an avid learner. Be a perennial student. Most of the life lessons come from your surroundings. Let me give you the example of Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba. He spent 11 years acting as a tourist guide for the Western tourists who used to come and stay in this hotel called Shangri-La. And he said that my entire knowledge of English and my Western outlook and my outlook about life has actually been acquired from this. From talking to the foreign tourists, from talking to the Western tourists. When Steve Jobs dropped out of college, he went and joined Reed's College to learn calligraphy. Now you would ask, what does calligraphy to do with something as high-tech as Apple Macintosh computers or even iPads? But Steve Jobs says his knowledge of calligraphy at Reed's College, what he learned, helped him design those beautiful fonts which Apple Macs are well known of. If he had probably not learned calligraphy in Reed's College, in future we wouldn't have bought those beautiful fonts in the computers that we use now. Somebody was talking about very beautifully that life and success is actually a journey, it's not a destination. Most of us don't know or don't love our success or don't love our goals. So we don't enjoy the journey. And we quit in between. So if you love your journey and you remain steadfast, you'll enjoy the journey, you'll enjoy the show. So love it. Learn to love your journey. In weekend parties and whenever we meet our friends, we get these brilliant ideas, brilliant business ideas, brilliant things to do about. And then next day morning you say, no, it's not the right time. Or it's perhaps not for me. And we lack the boldness to act. Most of the successful people, they act now. They are bold enough to take the cudgels and act. And they act and they get the success. So be bold and act now. The next recipe for success, as you say it, have a very clear goal and learn to articulate that goal. Most of us are not very clear about our goals and we cannot articulate. Even the greatest, one of the greatest guys, greatest philosophers, the greatest religious leaders like Ramakrishna Dev Paramhans also needed a follower as Narendranath, as Swami Vivekananda, who understood what he was saying and he could take it to the world because he did it very simply and established Ramakrishna Mission. So you have to learn to articulate your goals so that other people get inspired and live your dreams and live your goals as if it is theirs. At the end, I will give you one more recipe for success. And you must be thinking, if I give you this recipe, that I'm a mad guy, I'm a crazy guy. The last recipe for success is don't chase success. Don't ever chase success. Chase excellence. If you chase excellence, like in the movie Three Idiots, you have heard, all of you must have seen Three Idiots. Amir Khan says, if you chase excellence, success will come and fall at your feet. In the movie Guru, when Abhishek Bachchan talks in front of the trial committee, and the trial committee says, this is the wrong you have done, this is what you have not done right. He says, Milord, I might have done 10 things wrong, but I have learned to make the best Kela silk in the world. And in that, I am the best player in the world. Nobody can do it better than me. Muhammad Yunus, when he goes to Bangladesh and he does microfinance, he thinks I do it for the best in the world. When Kailash Chaturthi goes and works against child abuse, he does it best in the world. So whatever you are doing, learn to do it best in the world. Last, you have heard of Socrates, not the footballer, the philosopher Socrates. Somebody went and told him, how do I become successful? He said, next day morning, come to the beach. So the guy goes to the beach and, sorry for the red flag, but this story you must hear. They come to the beach and he takes the guy into the sea. So he goes one step, it's up to the knee, then it's up to the waist, then up to his chest, and then his head, and then he's finally inside the water. And it drowns him inside the water and he keeps him there. And the guy struggles, he leaves him there till he's gasping for breath, and then he suddenly lifts him up. And he says, how was I feeling? He says, oh, it was like, it's so good to be able to breathe. What were you thinking when you were down in the water? I was gasping for breath. I wanted to come out and have breath. When you want success like the guy was inside the water, you will get success. Thank you very much.
We have two more contestants. And second last will be Kushagra.
Oh, sorry.